How has it been 3 years? I genuinely can't believe it's been 3 years since F2 first launched. Happy birthday F2. Now, I was hoping for some amazing new feature, maybe the white paper or even the pre-alpha launch of E2v1 to celebrate in this video, and although we're not quite there yet, I do feel like we're on the verge of launch. Launching features that I suspect will either be the make or break of Earth 2. Either way, it's going to be an exciting ride. Now, rather than just getting caught up in what's still to come, let's take a look at what's happened since the last birthday. So far we've seen proof of concept and a working full-scale replica of Earth in the E2v1 video. We've seen how other games, apps and verses will link into the platform. We've seen an influx of new talent added to the Earth 2 team. We've seen sidroids and raiding and the creation of Shane's game loop, allowing us to raid ether from inactive accounts, giving benefits to those players who've remained active. We've seen dual slotting of sidroids, allowing us to boost their performance. We've seen the release of civilians, which allows us to automate the raiding process. We've seen the sidroid and civilian marketplaces, allowing players to flip and exchange assets. But what will be more important later, allowing new players a quicker and easier way to get started. We've seen community ran and organised events, truly showing the passion players have, still pushing in these silent times. Now, continuing on this theme, I asked community members what their favourite thing about Earth 2 was so far, and this is what they had to say.
Happy birthday Earth 2, it's been an epic 3 years. First off, started buying islands like this, now it's all about resources. Probably the funnest bit for me has been definitely getting those side droids out there and raiding everyone's property. So here's to another 3 years and many more. Cheers.
Buy me rum here. But if you think my favorite thing about you, Earth 2, is that enthusiastic and helpful community, such as those who put together these birthday videos, disgusting. You think it's that community manager team of past and present and the awesome moderation team that help keep the community safe? Gross. Nor is it the silent but heroic development team that continue to work unseen and unheard in the background. Nuh-uh. And it's certainly not that cool electronic music you put in the background of every Earth 2 video. Nope. It's the memes.
Happy birthday, Earth 2. I like Earth 2 because it's the best of the Metaverse projects out there, and I think we're all going to make it. If you need to chat, if you need any help, look out for the pig on stilts. Bye.
Happy birthday, Earth 2. Looking forward to being able to build inside E2v1 with Knights of Malta and Shun City and many others.
Let's do this.
If Earth 2 is going to work, we're going to need a little bit of luck. So, for our third birthday, good luck, Earth 2.
Hello Earth 2. It's been 3 years. What a journey. I've met so many people inside Earth 2 willing to cooperate with each other in order to bring their dreams to light. And I think this is the biggest thing Earth 2 have ever left me. Not the Ether or Essence or Red the Energy, not the civilians, but the fact that everything is theoretically impossible until it is done. So once again, happy birthday Earth 2 and see you all in the Metaverse.
Happy birthday Earth 2, congratulations to 3 years. I'm looking forward to wandering around in E2v1, visiting my properties, enjoying the beautiful views. And yeah, until then, again, happy birthday.
Happy third birthday Earth 2. I'm not in Texas, I'm in beautiful Portland, Maine. And what I'm looking forward to the most is when AR and VR gets brought into the game. It's great now, and I can't wait to fly around E2v1. I'm really looking forward to AR, VR, and again, hello from Portland, Maine.
Hey guys, it's Hostage Jack here, or Alex or Alessandro, as you want to call me, whatever. And I want to say, wow, 3 years in E2, that's the greatest thing that could have happened to us because we created a great community. I'm not talking about the normal community, I'm talking about the crazy ones, because you crazy people really showed us that we can actually create something or anything out of thin air. So I really love that, and I love you guys, and I've met some great and amazing people in real life too. So I hope we are gonna have an event, and E2 is gonna organize an event, not like Dubai.
Happy birthday, Earth 2. I'm really looking forward to being able to create buildings in Earth 2 that represent some really great buildings that we have in Earth 1 and preserve that architecture for generations to come. Keep building.
Happy birthday, Earth 2. My favorite thing about Earth 2 is that it's another digital huge Earth with infinite possibility, and it's a true Metaverse platform that's user-centric and not corporate.
I'm looking forward to explore and maybe even a little hacky.
Oh, hello there! Happy birthday, Earth 2!
Happy birthday, Earth 2! This is Marsbar and little Marsbar from Elite City.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! So what do you like about Earth 2?
I like how it has such real-life physics.
And I like how its tiles are tied to real-world locations. And the community. Hello, community. Why did Earth 2 make its cake entirely out of Metaverse essence tokens?
Because they wanted to have their cake and hold it too.
Get it? Hold? H-O-D-L?
I don't get it.
Banana?
Happy birthday, Earth 2. Year number 3 on the birthday list. The thing that I really enjoy about Earth 2 is the community and how much we grow together, not only just on the platform but as people as well. It's just a really great community, and I thank everyone for their support, and hopefully we have a really good year this year, and we can keep building and meeting new people.
Well, it's been 3 years. Time goes by so fast. It's crazy. I can't wait to finally hang out with all of you at my favorite beach, drinking in VR, whatever. Happy birthday, and hopefully we're gonna celebrate many more of those.
After watching those and seeing players so passionate about the project, I think it's a good time to remind us all to hold on to those friendships and connections we've made during this building phase. It's these players and communities who've proven they have what it takes to keep building no matter what's around the corner. Now, I'm not even just talking about the whales, guilds or content creators, but the players collecting their daily ether and sending out raids. That's some dedication. Player, thank you for playing. I might have borrowed that line from our next guest. I'll leave you guys with a closing message from Shane.
Happy anniversary, Earth 2, and as always, it's a pleasure to see you guys. This year, instead of just delivering a quick message, I thought I'd show you guys one of our offices located here in Australia. This is one of our offices. It's based in Brisbane. Brisbane is the capital of Queensland in Australia. The capital city here has a population of around about 2.5 million people. The office is based in the middle of the city, CBD here, in a really convenient location, so it's easily accessible to the team members here. There's only a few team members that work out of this office, with the majority of our team, as mentioned in the past, being over in Europe, but we also have some members in Asia, in America, have some in South America, and we also have some team members over the ditch in New Zealand, our brothers over there. So anyway, let's take a look at this office today. The Brisbane office here. Okay. So here we have the entrance, the little foyer. I've got a nice custom-made carpet made by a local business that we supported. We also have some custom artwork on the entrance to give it a nice Earth 2 feel, and just always remind ourselves what we're kind of aiming for. In here we have the boardroom. It's mainly used for conference calls and what have you. So we've got our camera set up there and everything. So, and a larger meeting room. Some artwork created by one of our Earth 2 community members, Merlin TKO, extremely talented guy, as you can see. I really liked his creativity here with the eyes. He ensured that the eyes were representing Earths, and I thought that was really super creative, so I'm so glad that we ended up with this. Yeah, we got the boardroom, another nice little carpet there. And we come through to the main area of the office. We've got a kitchenette here that the team use, and a little table for lunch. Most of the team members, because we're in such a good location, most of the team members just head into the city. We've got a lot of food courts and restaurants down there. So being a city of like 2.5 million, there's quite a bit of options around. This is the main area, a few different office booths. It's around about 5:30 a.m.-ish at the moment, so none of the team members are here right now. And I didn't intend to film when the team members are here. We get a lot of funny business online with people, you know, just people making things up or targeting team members. So I don't want to put them in the firing line of anything. Everything just gets directed at me, which is fine. So just for their privacy, I wanted to film when they weren't here. And apparently we don't even have an office. So anyway, so yeah, this is their working area. I've got my little office here in the corner. So entrance rug. I don't spend a great deal of time here. I work more from home in my home office, and that's just because the commuting time often, like, it's 30 minutes each way, takes that's an hour each day that I could be using on other things or spending time on other things. Also, the majority of the team are based overseas, so I tend to work really late hours. I'm often awake 2-3 a.m. It's a really good, perfect time for the kind of European day. So I don't spend a lot of time in here, but it's nice to come in to get away from my home office. Also, just an explanation on these. I know some people have talked about them in the past. These little purple monkey and purple teddy bears, they're actually to support research for epilepsy. So always good to support those type of causes. So yeah, I mean, this, you know, not a great deal to see, but just thought I'd share that. Something a little bit different. I don't have the little connector for the tripod, so I figured out that I'm actually just gonna have to try and lean this camera up here on the shelf, and hopefully the shot is okay. But yeah, so happy anniversary, Earth 2. Another year has gone past. It seems like it was just yesterday. I was just there in the foyer recording the greeting for the second anniversary, which was on one of Pacey's videos. So happy anniversary. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Pacey for putting these videos together. I think it's a really good idea, and I think it's, I know the first one I watched, I had tears in my eyes. I'm sure other people may be similar, but I think it's a great opportunity for the community to say hello and be part of something and just deliver that message. So Great work, Pacey. Thank you for sticking with the project and sticking with us through the face of adversity. It's very well received, and we recognize it. So thank you. Now, as I mentioned, it's been 12 months. We've released some fairly sizable features in raiding and civilians and the bazaar, the trading bazaars. We've released quite a few sizable features over the past 12 months that players have been able to use. These features reward those spending time on the platform and also give them an opportunity to get ahead, which is exactly what we want. So some type of form of engagement to keep people engaged or give something for people to do while we're waiting for the end game. But while we were building and releasing those features, our team has also made great progress on E2v1. So E2v1 is not forgotten. Sometimes people look at the releases we're making on the website and think, oh, well, what are they doing? No, in the background, we are working on the engine. We're advancing our engine. We're building the foundations for this initial pre-alpha E2v1 release. And the technical challenges that we have when working on E2v1, they're significant. I understand that a lot of people wouldn't get that, but for example, like this is just one example of hundreds. We would find an inconsistency or an issue with a shoreline in a Nordic country, or something wrong with the terrain or water level or something like that. Find that, we'd fix it we'd fix it for entire countries and everything looks fine. And then as a result of that fix or as a result of that solution, a shoreline in South America along the coastline may now have new issues. So, I mean, that's one example, but we're dealing with such massive data. The world is a huge place. I don't think people realize that, or they will realize once they jump inside of E2v1, is that it is like the world. It's a massive, massive space. We're dealing with so much data and so many variables where if you find a solution or solve a problem somewhere, it creates issues in other areas. So that's why things tend to take time. I know recently I talked about like water systems and just how complex that is on a global scale. All the different, the ravines, the creeks, the rivers, the ocean, all of the water in the world, getting that to be represented or fairly accurately represented in the right places. And not only that, getting rivers to flow in the right direction on a global scale. So we're not talking about a little environment and saying, okay, there's 100 rivers here, we've just got to make sure they're flowing in the right direction. We're talking about hundreds of thousands, if not, I don't know, millions of little bodies of water and making sure that they're all flowing correctly in the right direction. I mean, these things are complicated, and sometimes they take a little bit of time to get done. Now, having said that, we did have the opportunity to release a version of E2v1 this year, but instead of releasing something where you could fly around and look at your properties and buy tiles, which is something I really wanted to do anyway. I find it interesting, and I'm sure a lot of the community would also enjoy that too. I 100% agree. However, in the longevity of the project, like keeping our long-term goals in mind, we felt to just wait that little bit longer, get some gameplay included in the pre-alpha that gives the players something to do instead of just flying around and looking at the landscape. We wanted something hands-on, give the players something hands-on to do. So once the pre-alpha ends up in your hands, you can go around and interact and have another level of engagement with E2v1, with Earth 2, with the platform that you wouldn't have if we just released like the very rudimentary base version. So I hope people understand that. Look, at the end of the day, I put my hand up. I have been responsible for setting timelines or guidelines. It's not that I want to disappoint people. I don't want to disappoint people. I want to make people happy. That's just who I am. I really would like people to be happy, content, and enjoy what we're building. So I put my hand up and I apologize for those situations where I have caused frustration with people and members of the community. I'm very sorry about that. It's certainly not my intention. I want people to be happy, not unhappy or frustrated. So I think people have noticed that I have tried to adjust this, and I've made a note not to give guidelines, even though I think this is a relatively potential or possible guideline or timeline that we could hit. Times it's been wrong, and I'm sorry about that. So I'm trying to move away from that. But having said this, and having talked about E2v1 here, the pre-alpha is also not in the distant future either. We're getting close. We have made some really phenomenal progress on the foundation, the engine. I think a lot of people will be fairly impressed with what we've achieved when you take it on the level of this is being applied to a global, a planet the size of Earth, a replication, digital replication of planet Earth. You'll be able to appreciate that the progress that we've made is quite phenomenal. I think it's outstanding. So over November and December, we'll be releasing some footage to show that progress. So it's not all doom gloom with the pre-alpha not being here. You get to see some really good progress. I think that will set some nice things to be excited for when the pre-alpha is available. And we still have November and December ahead of us. We still have features that are in the pipeline to be released. I've talked about a couple of those on my Twitter or X account. So the year is certainly not finished. There's some more things that will be released. There could be potentially some fairly sizable things that are released. But again, these things are getting close. I'm not putting actual dates or even time frames on them, but we're working. They're high priority for us. And we're getting there step by step. So, I mean, with the E2v1 thing, I'm not sure if many of you remember, but at the end of the day, I made a promise. I said, I want to get E2v1 live as well. I made a promise that I wouldn't trim my beard or cut my hair until we get E2v1, the pre-alpha live. And it's driving me nuts. I want to get it live. I mean, look at this beard. Look at this beard. I think it's, oh my goodness. Like, I want to feel like less of a vagabond. I want to get tied it up and have a little bit of a shave and a haircut. I mean, look at this. I can probably not even get this thing untied. It's so messed up back here, but oh my goodness. Look at this guy. Look at this hair. Guys, I want to get it live as well. I want to have a half decent haircut and kind of feel less like a vagabond. So yeah, we're treating it highly, highly seriously. I want to get E2v1 live. I know you guys too. We're all in the same boat. I can't wait to get it live because that really is setting the foundation. The idea is to get E2v1 live, iterate on top of it, iterate. So the E2v1 pre-alpha really is the beginning. Very much so looking forward to that. So once again, sorry for this. This has been a very candid, casual video. There's no kind of plan on what I was going to say. I just thought I'd record. So sorry for the complete casualness of it. But look, thank you for your support. Thank you for another year. We have exciting things upcoming. Look forward to the next 12 months and look forward to next year and the remaining of this year. Thanks again and keep safe and let's keep tracking on.